1, 2, 3, come on!
Okay, for today's lesson, we will learn about ester. Okay, to get ester, we have to do a process what we call as esterification. To do the esterification, what we need to do is you need to have alcohol and carboxylic acid. You need to heat them under reflux using concentrated sulfuric acid. So when you have alcohol and carboxylic acid, you are going to actually get the ester and water. And if you look at what is written over there, okay, you can actually see that, okay, the ester will have this structure R1, okay, OCOR2, or you can actually just have a look over here. This is the structure of ester. Now when you actually do esterification, what is important over here is the H, okay, from the alcohol, okay, and the OH from the carboxylic acid will go out to give you the water. Okay, take note of that. Now for the naming of ester, okay, we need to actually follow the procedure, which is going to be, we have to name according to alcohol, and the alcohol, okay, the name will end with YL, and then we are going to name the carboxylic acid that is forming the ester, and then that part will end with OH. So if we look at an example, one example over here, okay, first of all we need to know that, okay, we have to look at the carbon bonded to oxygen, the single bond, that is the bond that is going to be broken. So if you actually look over there, if the alcohol part is going to be, the H is coming from there, this is going to be the alcohol, and the carbon that contains double bond O, the OH is coming from there, that's going to be your ester. That is going to be your carboxylic acid. So if we try to name the alcohol over here, the alcohol contains one carbon, so it's going to be methanol. And if we try to name the carboxylic acid over here, there are two carbons over there, therefore it's going to be ethanoic acid. So we are going to actually name accordingly. Alcohol will end with YL, so it's going to be methyl. And then ethanoic acid is going to end with OH, so it's going to be ethanoate. So it is very important to name according to alcohol followed by carboxylic acid. So the ester that we have over here is going to be methyl ethanoate. So if you look at the second example over here, the same thing, the carbon single bond with oxygen, if we break over there, and the oxygen is going to be bonded to the hydrogen over here, that's going to be your alcohol part. This is going to be the OH will be here, so that's going to be your carboxylic acid part. So if we try to name this 2 carbon alcohol, that's going to be ethanol, and we have 3 carbon carboxylic acid, that is going to be propanoic acid. So if we try to actually change it, okay, alcohol is going to be YL, so ethyl, and then propanoic acid will become propanoate. So we have to name alcohol followed by carboxylic acid. So what we need to do, we need to actually interchange this. So the ester that we have is going to be ethyl propanoate. So this is going to be the name of the ester. Now we will go on with the reaction of this ester. Okay, this ester is actually earlier we have learned that ester is made from carboxylic acid. Okay, when you reflux, okay, heated under reflux under the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, okay, you are going to form the ester. So we need to know that ester is made of carboxylic acid and alcohol. Now what is going to happen when you have ester and you are going to heat them under reflux with the presence of acid or base? Okay, a reaction is going to happen. That reaction is known as hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is basically using water to break down the ester. So in simple term, it's going to be ester can actually be broken down into carboxylic acid and alcohol. That's going to be a reverse process of esterification. So we have, let's say if you have acid, okay, we use acid and then we heat it under reflux, what is going to happen? Generally, when you have ester and you are going to have water over there and the presence of H plus over there, we are going to get alcohol and carboxylic acid. Now, for base, okay, we are going to get something similar, but the difference is going to be ester, okay, react with water, it's going to give you alcohol and carboxylic acid, okay, but okay, take note that ester, okay, once they actually form alcohol and carboxylic acid can react with base, for example sodium hydroxide. Okay, sodium hydroxide, when it is reacting with carboxylic acid, is going to actually give us the sodium salt of the carboxylic acid. So it's going to actually form a salt over here, and it's also going to give you water, so the water and water will cancel, okay, and then you don't have any water over there. Another thing that we need to take note over there is this reaction with acid is going to be a reversible reaction, and since there is a formation of salt, this reaction is going to be a forward reaction. There is no reversible reaction. Okay, so if we actually put it in form of let's say if we see an example over here, if we are using sulfuric acid and we heat them under reflux, let's say we are using this ester, what is going to happen is the bond that is going to be broken is going to be the ester bond over here, and the H, okay, you have H2O over here, so you have HOH. What is going to happen is the H from here, they will enter this part to give you the alcohol, so you have the alcohol over there. The OH from here, they will enter to this part, okay, to give you the carboxylic acid over there. And take note, okay, sulfuric acid, they do not react with carboxylic acid, they do not react with alcohol, therefore you are only going to get a carboxylic acid and you are going to get the alcohol. Is done. Okay, but take note, it's going to be a reversible reaction. But things are going to be different if you are using a base, which is going to be sodium hydroxide aqueous heated under reflux. Okay, if we have the same example as earlier, okay, you have the ester, it's going to react with water. Water is going to show us that it's going to be a hydrolysis reaction. What is going to happen is, okay, the similar, if you have HOH, okay, the H from here, they will give you the alcohol, so you will get the alcohol. The OH over here will actually enter this part to give you the carboxylic acid. But take note that this carboxylic acid, okay, they can react with sodium hydroxide, so they can actually give you the salt. Okay, so what is going to happen, they are going to form, okay, this ion, and then the H from here, they will actually come out, okay, they will come out, and the OH from the sodium hydroxide, they will actually join with the H that you have earlier, and they are going to give you the water. And then the Na over here, they will join with this ion, and you are going to get the salt of carboxylic acid. Okay, in total, what is going to happen over here is, because in the product part, okay, we do have water, and then in the reactant part we have water, this water is going to be cancelled off. So if we actually have in the end, you are going to have ester react with sodium hydroxide, is going to give you the salt and the alcohol. So the salt of carboxylic acid and alcohol. That is the difference between the reaction using the hydrolysis using acid and base. Okay, I hope you understand today's lesson. So in summary, I have done esterification, and I have done naming of ester, and then we have done about the hydrolysis of ester with acid and with base. Okay, thank you everyone.